This is a tutorial for Sprite Monkey version 2.7.0. We can start off here by dragging in a folder of images. You can also drag and drop a Sprite Monkey project file, or just double click on a Sprite Monkey project file and it will open up Sprite Monkey and load those images for you. Selecting an image and using the Command R keys sets the columns for where you selected that image at. If you wanted to move it back out, you could just move it out a little bit and hit Command R again. There is also an option for Command T, and that creates a sprite strip. To take it back to a sprite sheet, we can just select an image and set the columns and put that back, and you can see the shortcuts from the menu. So those there's not many of them, easy to learn real quick. You can also right click on an image to rotate it if needed, if you're trying to pack your sprite sheet as tight as possible. The canvas does auto scale if you need room while moving around your sprite images. Put that back up there. There's also an option to zoom in by using Command plus. That will help if you're creating smaller retro graphics and need to really zoom in so you can see what you're doing, or just for better image placement on moving images around. You hit Command minus to zoom back out. There's also an option to clip the alpha channel, and that's just using the minus key by itself, and you can clip off a lot of the alpha channel there and use Command R to collapse those. To bring that back, just use Shift plus, at least on my compact keyboard here, and select the image and Command R and recreate back where we were. There's also a script editor. These are all the script tags that can pull all your sprite coordinate information and things like that, and sprite sheet size. And as you can see here, the top line of every script should say dot or sm.extension equals, and then whatever your extension you would like for it to be. We also have the repeat until tags here, and they repeat until the image count is met. This way you don't have to keep writing, like in this plist, you don't have to keep writing these over. It will pull the information for each image until that image count is met. Now for the clipboard, there is no extension, you just write clipboard, and this does not save a file to disk anywhere. It obviously creates it, saves it to the clipboard, and this is for people who create a script and not necessarily want to use an external file with their game or app. They can create their script and copy it right into their code, whether it's Xcode or whatever programming language you're using, or game engine. I will show both of those examples when we go to export, and just to show you like HTML for the HTML5 script, and I made a basic multi-loop script. I just made that extension a text extension, and you can use the repeat until tags multiple times. So in this example is just pulling the image name until the image count is met, and as you can see, you can also use a number for the until. Let's go ahead and close out of that real quick, and I will export here. We'll call it elf run, and you do not have to type the extension, it will automatically add that for you. And we'll save this as 32-bit at first. Let's go ahead and do the plist just to show the example. We'll call that elf run as well. And we'll export that. This allows you to keep this export window open. If you're creating multiple scripts for different devices, whether it be iOS, Android, or OS X, or you're making a Windows game, and you have a script for each of those, you can keep this window open and select a new script and export that as well. But we don't need to keep that open, so we'll close that. As you can see here, the SM repeat and SM until script tags pull the information for each sprite image, so to speak, and it does that all the way until the last image, and then it wrote the script information that was below the until tag to finish that off, which is basically just the image name and width and height that I had set there for that. We exported as 32-bit, which does support Apple Channel, of course, and it looks very nice. But it's 143 KB, which isn't big, but we can make it even smaller, and I'll show you how to do that. Let's export again, and this time we're going to export as 12-bit. You'll notice I have custom 18 and 12-bit options here. They both support Alpha Channel. The 18-bit is if your images have more gradient color in them. I would use that for higher bit depth. The 12-bit is for images like mine here that are flat and more cartoon-like. Let's go ahead and overwrite the other file that we just did. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the clipboard one too. As you can see, there's no option to save to disk because it copies it right to the clipboard. And you'll notice our file now is only 53 KB, and it looks exactly the same as the 32-bit, except for we don't have to store a lot of data within this image, only the colors that were needed. So you can create a lot smaller sprite sheet and keep your game or app size as minimal as possible. Now I will open up TextEdit real quick and paste in the clipboard, and as you can see, this just shows the clipboard example that I had in the script area, and it just lists all the image names, and that's pretty much it. But you can use that clipboard extension on any of the scripts or any new scripts that you create, and you don't have to use external files if your game engine or code doesn't require that. Another nice option is you can save your project as a Sprite Monkey project file, and we'll call that elf-run as well, and we'll save it to the desktop. And as you can see, this file is 143 KB. This is because it stored all the images and the sprite information all in this file, so this file can be shared with a team member or a friend or on a forum or something like that if you want to let other people download your stuff. And I'll change these a little bit, and I'll do a file, wrong thing there, file save, the project's been saved, and I'll show you when you clear this out. You can either double click or just drag and drop. As you can see, it even keeps the rotation that how we had saved it and things like that. That's pretty much the end of this tutorial. If you need to know anything more else about Sprite Monkey, you can always reach me on the forum. That's PoseMotion.com/forum. If you already have the app, you can easily just click to go to the website or support forum. If you like our app, please leave a review. We love hearing feedback. And if you have an issue, I'm always available on the forum and I will answer your questions. Thank you for viewing.